Periscope, what's up? Greg Howes, it is Thursday morning. Let's go. Lafayette, Louisiana, good morning. This is Living Now, come on. Tammy Rankin, good morning, lady. How are you? Tammy. Yukon, Husky Nation, Beaumont, Texas. Good morning. Tammy Holloway, I see you. Good morning. Ethel. Bridget, good morning. Marlena, good morning. Jonathan, what it do? Bridget from Richton Park, Illinois. You are present and accounted for. Marilyn, good morning. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for inviting people to come on. Much appreciated. Thank you. Homewood, Illinois. Brooklyn, good morning. Richton Park, good morning. Bridget, yes. Yeah. Got the coffee going this morning. Thursday morning coffee. Caffeine. Raleigh, North Carolina, good morning. As soon as I'm done with you guys, I'm going to get some coffee. I'm ready. North Carolina, good morning. Good morning. We had week number 5 of Cornerstone Institute last night. Got one more week. One more week to go, Cornerstone Institute. Ray Pierce, good morning. Ray's in my leadership class last night. He and his wife. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. I got fuzz on me. Good morning. Thursday morning. Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm Greg Howes. This is Leaderscope. Welcome. Good to have you on with me today. God bless you so very much. We're heading into the weekend. We've got some good things coming this weekend. Sunday morning, 8 a.m., 10:30 a.m., we're dealing with emotional episodes. Is going to be good. And then Sunday evening, don't you dare miss it if you're in this area. The Flow Gathering, F-L-O-W, Flow. We are establishing a platform for the release of the creative arts, happening this Sunday at 6 p.m., Cornerstone Christian Center, 2919 Chicago Road in South Chicago Heights. We've got people coming that are going to dance. We've got mime. We've got spoken word, singing, people that are going to sing. It's going to be powerful Sunday night, an inspirational talk. It's going to be tremendous, and I want you to be a part of it. I want you to be a part of it. It's going to be just a casual atmosphere. We're going to have a few tables set up for people to sit around, and kind of a club setting for the presentation of the creative arts. And it's going to be really nice. So I hope that you can come. Sunday evening, 6 p.m. for Flow, and help us spread the word. Even if you don't live in the area, if you have relatives or friends that live here in the Chicago area, let them know about Flow. Direct them to my Facebook page, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and all the information will be there, okay? So we'd love to have you at Flow this Sunday night. It's going to be awesome. Yesterday morning, we started talking about stages of development. And I hope that was helpful to you. I started yesterday by talking about David going through stages of development with the lion, the bear, and then Goliath, and then dealing with King Saul. David was going through those stages of development, and each stage prepared him for the next stage. The lion prepared him for the bear prepared him for Goliath prepared him for Saul. And it's the same way for you and I. Our development moves through stages just like David experienced. And so we want to take note of that. Now, I was dealing yesterday with some of the stages of development in our lives, beginning with the nurture stage, which has much to do with your natural origin, your family origin, where you came from, and those early developmental years of your life. Okay? That is very, very important that you understand, and you're able to go back and rehearse that and check it out and move through that, realizing that your natural family origin is extremely important in your development. Then next came the discipleship stage. And the discipleship stage had something to do with your spiritual family. The nurture stage was your natural family. Now the discipleship stage is your spiritual family and the beginnings of your spiritual development, your life in a local church family, and your identifying personal iniquity issues, and you're identifying demonic issues in your life so that those things can be addressed and they can be dealt with. And so you are discovering, you're identifying, and you are dealing with family dysfunctions, and that includes generational curses that have come into your life. Some of us are acting the way we do. Some of us are behaving. Some of us are relating to other people like we do because of these dysfunctional areas in our lives from the way we were brought up. And so we want to be able to identify those things and address them and deal with them. And all of that happens in this discipleship stage, the beginning of the maturity process, the beginning of you discovering your identity in God. Your identity in God. So you have the nurture stage, then the discipleship stage, then the third one is the discovery stage. The discovery stage. And in this discovery stage, you are discovering the call of God on your life. You're discovering why Jesus has put his hand on your life. You're discovering why he has chosen you. And so you are discovering the purpose for your life. The purpose for your life. The reason you are here. Why were you born when you were born? Why did you grow up where you grew up? Why do you live where you live right now? All of that has to do with God's purpose for your life. And now in this discovery stage, you are discovering these things. Scripture says it's the glory of God to hide a matter or to conceal a matter. But it's the glory of kings to seek out and discover those hidden things. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're seeking and we're discovering the things that God has hidden about our lives. And it's not that he's hiding it from us, but he's hiding it for us so that we have the privilege of seeking. We have the privilege of going after these things in order to discover what God is doing in our lives. After the discovery stage, you move into the development stage. The development stage. And in this development stage, you are functioning somewhat like an apprentice. This is where you're being equipped. You may be going through some type of training. You're being activated to do whatever it is that you're going to do. You are especially now learning the value of communication, the value of administration, and the value of relationship. You're learning those values in the development stage. And you're coming to understand that you're always marked by your response. You are always marked by your response. And that includes no response at all. You are marked by your response or your lack of response. It will always mark you. And you're discovering that in this development stage. You're really getting the value of communication. In ministry settings, in business settings, in family settings. It's so crucial that we have good communication skills and that we make it a habit to communicate. That it is our life pattern to be a good communicator. And the value of administration. Taking care of the details. Taking care of the planning. Taking care of all the little things that need to be accomplished. All the things that need to be done. A lot of people aren't thinking about that. A lot of people don't have any administrative skills at all. But we need to develop that. And if you're lacking in that area, then you need to bring somebody along with you or hire somebody that will work with you in that administrative area, because it is so very, very important. And then relationship issues. The relationship issues are extremely important. Just our ability to get along with people, our ability to function well in a healthy manner, in a meaningful manner with other people in our lives, with other people in our business, with other people in our ministry life. It's so important that we know how to function in those relationships. So much of that is happening in that development stage. Once you get through the development stage, then you're going to go into the general practice stage. This is number 5. The general practice stage. This is where you kind of become you might say you become a jack of all trades. You're like a utility infielder in baseball. You can play first base, you can play second base, you can play shortstop and third base. And the baseball team can switch you around from position to position depending on the need they have on any given day. So you're like a utility man. You're like a jack of all trades. You are learning to take responsibility. You are learning what service is all about. You're learning what sacrifice is all about in this general practice stage. And you're continuing to learn the values of communication and administration and relationship. This is where you may possibly start receiving some type of stipend or monetary salary. It may happen in this general practice stage. Now, as you're practicing all these different things, you're finding out what works for you and what does not work for you. If you're in a church setting, you might be trying youth ministry. You might be trying children's ministry. You might be trying ushering. You might be trying the praise and worship team. You might be trying altar ministry. And as you feel your way through these different areas of ministry, trying things out, you're going to discover what is good for you and what's not good for you, where you thrive and where you don't thrive, where you can really produce fruit and where no fruit is being produced whatsoever. So you are learning what to go after in your life, and you're learning what to stay away from in your life. The general practice stage. Then comes the specialization stage, number 6. The specialization stage. This is where you get more involved in decision making. You're more involved now in creative thinking. You are spending quality time receiving the vision and facilitating the vision and communicating the vision to other people. This is where you're learning how to delegate responsibilities, delegating authority to other people. And this is where you are finding out how you fit in your specific design. This is where your purpose is being manifested more and more and more, because now you are in your purpose. Now you're in this specialized area. In the general practice stage, you were trying out different things. You were kind of experimenting. You were seeking. But now in the specialization stage, now you're really zeroing in on your God-given purpose and your God-given assignments. You're focusing on those things, zeroing in on them, discovering them, using your gifts in that specialized area. So that is very, very important. And then number 7 is the legacy stage. The legacy stage. And in the legacy stage, you have points of reflection. You're reflecting over your life. You're reflecting over the significant people that you've had in your life. You're reflecting over the significant events of your life. You're reflecting over your history, your track record. You're looking at the lessons you have learned. This is where you're kind of like Paul the Apostle. He said, I ran well, I fought well, I finished well. Now that's going to be your testimony. You're going to run well, you're going to fight well, and you're going to finish well. And you're going to focus on the emerging generation. You're going to focus on this generation that's coming up, and you're going to be able to pour into their lives. You're going to be able to set a godly example for them. You're going to be able to steer them in the right direction, because you're now in the legacy stage. I posted something on Facebook today. It was a quote from another person, but it said, we live our lives in forward, but we Now I got to remember how it went. We live our lives in forward, but we understand in reverse. We live our lives in forward, but we understand in reverse. We always want to be forward advancing. We always want to be moving. We always want to be rising higher. But in order to understand what God has been doing in your life, in order to understand the lessons that you have learned, you have to look back at what you have been through. And as you look back at what you've been through, you can gain an understanding that's going to empower you and help you for where you are going. So you are building a legacy that will be left in the earth. Yes, it is a living legacy. Yeah, you're not going to die yet. It's a living legacy. It's a living legacy. Amen. And we're going to bring it about for our sons and our daughters and our grandsons and our granddaughters and our great-grandsons and our great-granddaughters. And this is going to move from generation to generation to generation. These are stages of development that we're moving through in our lives. I hope this is helpful to you. I hope it's encouraging to you. And I hope it's something that you will be able to take note of in your own life and become aware of how God is dealing with you, how God is moving in your life, how He is shaping you and forming you, how He is developing you. God bless you so much. Be encouraged today. You have open doors in front of you. You have opportunities awaiting you. You have divine connections and divine resources coming into your life. You have favor with God and man. You really, really do. You are growing, you're maturing, you're developing. You really are. Whether you feel like it or not, it's happening. It's happening in your life. Maturity is your portion. God bless you so much. Don't forget about Flow this Sunday night, 6 p.m. at Cornerstone Christian Center, the Creative Arts. Have a wonderful day today. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. I'll talk to you soon.